Hello NetBrain Power users, we listened to your feedback and now are offering a 1-hour workshop to help you solve your network specific problems. So say no more to control classroom environments, but just real networks and you. If you are a trained power user, just go ahead and click the link in the description below to join our first workshop. But first, let me show you a quick teaser of what you can expect. If you're tired of experiencing downtimes due to recent network changes and want outage-less changes, then you definitely don't want to miss the next 5 minutes. So let's dive in. So let us take a quick review of the problem we will solve in the first workshop. We are given a network change that will eventually impact the routing table, namely the OSPF route entries on multiple devices on one of our sites. The goal is simple. We need to deploy this change securely and verify if all target devices only get the new route entries. The automation objectives for us then will be, first, to document the current OSPF design and the route tables pre-change. Second, assess if the new routes are properly integrated. And third, review and assess the post-change impacts via a change dashboard. What we are targeting here is the highly tedious process of logging into multiple devices and assessing the change, thereby also eliminating any human errors. The config change will be done on US Boston R1, which, as you can see, pairs with all devices west and south in the shared topology. Now, as a result, the new route should only be visible on these devices and not on any other device in the network. But how do we ensure that? This is where NetBrain's powerful change assessment workflow will help us out. Let's see how we can build it with ease. Now, to achieve a safe change, we need to build a total of 2 intents. The first one baselines the current OSPF config. As you can see, this I was able to do very easily using NetBrain's inbuilt no-code parsers. Using them, I established a baseline for me to work upon before the change goes through. And for this one, the diagnosis is set to raise an alert if any change is detected on the OSPF config. As of now, it shows no alerts since no change is pushed. Now for the second intent, same as before, we built it to capture the routing table information by using the command show IP route. And again, using the no-code paragraph parser, I cleaned this data to only list the OSPF routes since these are the ones we are interested in. Power users would remember how easy these tasks can be completed using the click and parse functionality of NetBrain auto parsers. And then again, we write the diagnosis for the second intent where we compare the entire routing table for OSPF routes, which we have baselined, against the current routing table post the change, and then set the alerts for the devices where the routing tables do not match. So now once our automations are ready, next we just need to scale them to run for all devices. Here we can use the grouping option to create a table of similar devices or platforms or configuration types such as OSPF or BGP devices and put them together onto a table. Then we can replicate the same check we have designed for one device on all these devices part of the table with a single click. On your screen is where we have done the same. In just a few clicks, we built an ADT of OSPF devices in the network and then made sure we replicated the 2 automations, which is config check and the route table check for each device which is part of the table. Along with this, we can also supplement the table with live status codes for the last result of the automations which have been run on each device. So as soon as I run these intents, I will see the status codes popping out for each device on the table. Now all that is left to be done is just run these checks once pre-change and then once again post the changes have been done to have the diagnosis ready to be analyzed. Ultimately, my goal here is to send all the data points to a single pane dashboard so that I can easily compare the before and after of the change window. So from the same ADT, we can go ahead and create a new intent summary dashboard. Let's also group the results of these automations as per their time of executions into 2 sub dashboards, namely before change and after change. Now here I'm adding the results first to the before change group, and this is what my dashboard looks like as of now. Let's go ahead and push the changes to router 1. Okay, so now we will rerun these automations. Now all this hardly took us a few minutes to create and execute. This is what creates the efficiency difference in a good network engineer and the best network engineer when they make automation their friend. Now let's add the results to the after change dashboard that we created. And this is what the final dashboard looks like. Here we have the per device data for each check, where we can see the devices with the config change and then the subsequent devices where the change altered the route tables. That's it. Now I'm waiting for you to click the registration link and join us to learn on how to build such change assessment dashboards, which can be used as your source of truth at all points of your change windows. Okay, power users, so don't miss this opportunity. Register for the 1-hour workshop where you can learn how to build this change automation for your own production network. Slots are limited, so hurry up and register on the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be the first one to know about our upcoming workshops. The topics will be related to troubleshooting, continuous assessment, and change management workflows. So see you next time.